السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Welcome back, everybody, after the Eid vacation. I hope you had a good Eid vacation with your families and your group. The ayah we finished with was ayah number 60, Surah number 5. I hope that we have all the previous classes we had on the internet, the classes we had on the Quran. From the beginning. Good. Okay. Today's beginning starts with ayah number 61, Surah Al-Maidah, which is the table for Surah number 5. And this comes in the context of Allah talking to Muslims, to the Prophet ﷺ, telling him to talk to the people of the book, i.e. Jews and Christians, telling them don't you hate us for the fact that we believed in Allah and what has been sent down to us and what was sent before, and the fact that the majority of you are disobedient. Then the following ayah, ayah number 60, should I tell you the news about who's even worse than that in reward or in recompense with Allah? The ones on whom the wrath of Allah has come down, and Allah has sent His anger and wrath upon them, and He made from them apes and pigs, and the ones who worshipped their own whims, desires, and rebellious attitude. Those are worse in place, and they are the ones who've gone farther astray than all. Farther than all. The mention of apes and pigs as a description to the rebellious children of Israel is a subject of controversy in the interpretation of scholars. There are two opinions that say that they were actually deformed into apes and pigs. But there is the other opinion that those descriptions are allegorical and not literal. I believe that the second interpretation is more in line with the context of those descriptions. And the reason I believe that is because when they were described as be like monkeys, the context was that they were following each other, imitating each other in disobedience without thinking. And this behavior is consistent with a community of apes or monkeys, because monkey jumps, monkeys jump. Monkey jumps, monkeys jump. Monkey runs, monkeys run, which means the group follows blindly whenever somebody does something. So the children of Israel were behaving like monkeys. So when the Quran describes them saying, be you monkeys, and be you doomed like monkeys, it is because their behavior is similar to the behavior of a community of monkeys. Those who are rebellious and disobedient among them. So one of them makes a calf and says, this is your God, and this is the God of Moses, and everybody worships the calf. That's only possible if their behavior is exactly like monkeys. The description of them being like pigs is because pigs leave all clean things and eat and live in the worst of environment. They eat their own filth. They defecate and eat what they defecate. The children of Israel were given so when they behave like monkeys, the monkey description applies. Where they behave like pigs, the description of pigs applies. Okay? So they were offered ready to eat meals from heaven. That Allah would send down honey and cooked birds that would come from heaven. They tell Moses, we're fed up with this. We want to eat fava beans. We want to eat lentil. We want to eat onion and garlic. Something appetizing, something, something that they like. And Allah tells them, do you substitute what is good for what is less valuable? I send you honey and I send you so when a person chooses what is worse and leaves what is better, this is like the choices of the pigs. If you give the pigs something clean to eat, they don't like it. But if you give it minced in filth, they eat it. So the description of monkeys and pigs is more a description of their behavior rather than their person. Not Jews in general, I'm sorry. It is the disobedient Jews. Okay. And number 61, and if they come unto you, they say, we believed. But in reality, they enter with kufr and denial, and they go out with the same. And Allah knows more and knows better what they use to conceal. So some of them would come to the Prophet and say, we believed, we are with you. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is uncovering their lies, and He's saying, when they come to you and say, we believed, they were lying because they actually came to you in denial, and after they leave from your gathering, they also live in kufr and denial of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And number 62, and you see many of them who rush into disobedience, sinfulness, and aggression. And they're devouring or eating of what is unlawful. What is unlawful is something like usury, something like bribes, something like cheating people in business. So that is what they do. And this is the worst. What an evil thing they used to do. So, ayah number 63, were it not for the rabbis and their religious leaders stopping them from giving sinful words, uttering sinful words, and eating illegal things, what an evil things indeed what they were manufacturing. Ayah number 64. And the Jews said, Allah's hand is tied down or tied up, like He's holding His hand. He's not giving. He's not spending of His bounties. Be their hands tied up, and be they accursed for what they uttered. Some of them accused Allah of being stingy, not generous. He doesn't spend, He doesn't give. Nay, both his hands are widely outstretched. Both his hands are widely outstretched and open. He spends of his bounty as he wills. It's up to him. Verily, the revelation that has come to you from Allah increases in most of them their obstinate rebellion and disbelief. So whatever guidance you give them, they only increase in their rebellion against Allah and in their transgression. We've put enmity and hatred among themselves till the day of resurrection. Every time they kindled the fire of war, Allah extinguished it. And they ever strive to make mischief on earth. And Allah does not like the mischief makers. When you read this, you think, and you read and hear some Orientalists Orientalist means Westerns who study Oriental studies.
Oriental. They brought itself Oriental studies.
Means the study of Eastern cultures and religions. So you will read them saying the Quran is bashing the Jewish community. The Quran is a Jewish hating book. It talks very bad about the Jews. But the answer to this is the fact that their own book, in their own book, Moses more than once would bash them and curse them and rebuke them in the same way and even worse when they become rebellious and disobedient. At one time, Moses was praying to Allah, asking him, take me away, to get away from these people. Put me to death. If that's what it is, put me to death. I don't want to be with them. So claiming that because the Quran describes their behavior and their way with Allah in this language, number one, it's a fact that that's how they behaved with Allah and with Moses. Likewise, it is also a fact that Moses condemned them even more than whatever the Quran is ever going to say. So there is no way that we as Muslims become intimidated because of their claims that the Quran is or is not what they want, that we don't want to entertain them or educate them about the Quran. Okay. Ayah number 65. This was 64. Ayah number 65. And if only the people of the scriptures, Jews and Christians, had believed and had practiced righteousness, we would indeed have blotted out their sins. And we would have admitted them to gardens of bliss, meaning paradise. And if they had acted according to the Torah and the Injil or the Gospel, and what has been sent down unto them from their Lord, referring to the Quran here. If the Jews and the Christians were to establish the Torah, the Injil, and the Quran, which is also sent unto them, they would have surely gotten provision from over and above their head and from beneath their feet. There are from among them, those who are on the right course, and many of them are doers of evil. You see how the Quran is fair, distinguishing between those who are obedient and those who are not. So whenever you hear somebody saying that the Quran condemns the Jews or the Christians, tell them the Quran draws a difference between those who are obedient and those who are rebellious and disobedient. Like Christians, this is a commentary here. Like Christians believe that Jews who did not believe in Jesus are heathens, disbelievers, rebellious. Muslims believe that rejecting Muhammad, rejecting the Quran, is equal to rejecting Jesus or rejecting Moses. Denying one prophet means denying all prophets. As we explained in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, Al-Baqarah, the Jews had the habit, or the children of Israel had the habit, that whenever a prophet comes to them with anything they don't approve, they would deny him, reject him, or kill him. And the way they do it is that they establish a rule saying anyone who claims to be prophet, if anyone claims to be a prophet and he did not prove to their satisfaction that he is a prophet, that they must kill him. So they killed some real prophets under the pretext of they did not pretend. They used a pretext, which means, let me explain it to you. They used this rule that we just mentioned and declare him as a no prophet. He's a liar. They say he is a liar. He is. And they kill them because they claim that they are liars. So, with that reasoning, they declared Zechariah, John the Baptist, Elias, and Jesus as imposters, false prophets. And that's why they killed Zechariah, John the Baptist, Yahya, his son, and Elias. And they delivered Jesus to the Romans to crucify him for them. And this is what they wanted to do to Prophet Muhammad as well. But because Prophet Muhammad, when he moved to Medina, there were believers already to protect him, they conspired with the Qurayshites, the idol worshippers of Mecca, to fight Prophet Muhammad. Okay. So ayah number 66 was talking about if they were to believe and follow the Torah, and the Christians to follow the Injil. And that means the Torah as given to Moses, not as written by the hands of other people. Not the Torah in the books today. If the Christians were to follow the Injil, which is the message and the revelation that was given to Jesus, not the one written today, which has lots of changes in it. But watch out. So, if they were to follow those and follow the Quran, then they would have been blessed from over their head, from beneath their feet. Some of them are righteous, and many of them do evil. Ayah number 67, it addresses the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, saying, O Messenger of Allah, proclaim what has been sent down unto you from your Lord. Preach, proclaim, and convey. And if you do not do, that means you've not communicated the message of Allah. And Allah will protect you from people. Allah does not guide those who disbelieve. Then it goes back, the disbelievers. Ayah number 68, it addresses the people of the book. Again, saying, O people of the book, you have no grounds to stand on until you establish the Torah, the Injil, and what has been sent down unto you from your Lord. So you have no ground means that you have no legitimate belief or legitimate claim that you believe in Allah unless you establish, you practice the Torah, the Injil, and the Quran. And what has been sent down unto you, O Muhammad, verily that which has been sent down to you from your Lord increases in many of them their obstinate rebellion and disbelief. So be not, O Muhammad, sorrowful over the people who disbelieve. Then ayah number 69, it says, indeed, those who believed and those who claim to be Jewish and the Sabians and the Christians, whosoever among those believed in Allah and the last day and worked righteousness, there will be no fear upon them, nor shall they grieve. I believe we can stop here and maybe we can take a couple of questions.
Which ayah?
The ayah we finished is ayah number 68. So next time it will be ayah 69. Anyone has a question?